Hello and welcome. Today, we're diving into the history of Orion Drift. About 1 year ago, this game was first introduced at an event in Las Vegas, and since then, so much has changed. So, let's explore how Orion Drift transformed from an early concept to what it is today. Back then, the game was still known by its codename, A2. Our first real look at A2 came during the Las Vegas event in October of 2023. This is where the developers laid out their vision, not just for the game, but for a whole new social VR experience. They explained that they wanted to release A2 early to get players' feedback fast. That really surprised me. Usually, a big VR studio would polish the game for a long time before releasing it to protect their reputation. But these developers had a much different approach. Even though they're one of the top VR teams out there, they weren't afraid to release something unfinished and improve based on what the community actually wanted. And get this, when they presented it, A2 was only in development for 16 weeks, well 112 days. They said they wanted to release open beta in early 2024, planning for at least a year in early access. But we know that did not turn out the way that they expected, and I'll explain why in a bit, so stick around. The devs also shared ambitious ideas for the game itself. They envisioned having 200 player lobbies. Yes, 200! And that's a lot for a VR game. Imagine 200 people trying not to bump into each other in VR. The core concept centered around massive, open stations filled with activities. A bit like a giant, fully automated clubhouse. Their goal wasn't just to build a game, but to revolutionize social VR by empowering creators. They even walked through A2's mechanics, with funny moments sprinkled throughout the presentation. It felt laid back and not overly polished, and it made it more memorable. One of their boldest ideas was to let players create and personalize their own stations and arenas. Just think about it, a place where you can design everything. But then, they went silent. Just 2 months ago, the developers dropped a huge surprise. A2 is officially called Orion Drift. It's like they decided to trade in the mysterious codename for something that truly captures the game's vibe. In that video, we saw how much the game has changed and evolved over the years. The graphics, the mechanics, everything looked incredible. It felt like opening a gift during Christmas, and without the socks. This reveal got everyone talking. YouTubers everywhere jumped in to analyze the video, sparking excitement about what Orion Drift could become. It was like A2 finally stepped into the spotlight, and suddenly, everyone wanted to learn more about this unique VR experience. As the buzz grew, it was clear that Orion Drift was on its way to becoming something special, a place for players to explore and connect. I mean, who wouldn't want to drift through space and hang out with friends? Just 1 month ago, the developers released the Driftball trailer, and it shook the community. Driftball is like low-gravity soccer, played in a 3v3 fashion that relies on teamwork to score goals. Picture this, soaring through space, dodging opponents, and working together to make the game-winning shot. The mechanics are similar to the early build of the game, but you don't float as much. Instead, you push your hands on the wall and ground more. YouTubers jumped on the chance to create content about Driftball once they got early access after 5 years of applying. From gameplay highlights to epic fails, the internet was flooded with videos. As excitement built, it was clear that Driftball was going to be a defining feature of Orion Drift. Players can't wait to team up and become the champions of the arena. And just when people thought they saw the whole game, Orion Drift VR released something huge. We're in the present now, and Orion Drift just dropped a huge reveal with a new trailer, showcasing the entire Driftball district. This is the dedicated area where all the Driftball action takes place, and it's visually stunning. While we've seen small glimpses of the Driftball district in previous trailers, this one gives us a full look of what we can expect. From intricate designs to expansive fields for gameplay, it's clear that this area was built for exciting Driftball games. The Driftball district has it all, so much so that the area has its own logo and a map of the area. There are 7 Driftball districts, but there are also half courts to practice and training areas for goalie and shooting. You can customize your player with decals and colors, and you can also choose your preferred team and number. But now, let's look at the future of Orion Drift. As we look into the future of Orion Drift, there's something exciting coming up. VR Meet Europe on November 1st. This premiere event will allow players to share their experience and engage with the game directly, and it's a chance for fans to connect and share their stories with friends and online. Rumor has it that there could be a new trailer released during the event. Trailers tend to drop every 24 days, so the timing is perfect. This new trailer might showcase the rest of the districts and potentially reveal a release date in December. Hi guys, if you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and click on this video for more content. See you next time.